Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm just recording this on Zoom, and yeah, hopefully we're doing all right. We've been working for the past few days, past 6 days, and a little bit before that possibly, on trying to get a system to get some session times out for you all, and also a place to put resources and things like that. So I'm just going to quickly go through that system for you all. Now, with everything, there may be some teething troubles with this because it's only a few days old, but we think that we have a system to have a link that you can get all your session times, your song resources, and other bits and bobs that I'll go through, a nice few things that we can actually do, so that all of you know when collective things are going on, what's happening, and all stuff like that. And we hope that we'll be able to have a one link to kind of do everything that you need. Okay, so kind of like the app, but possibly simpler. Won't be as much necessary, as much functionality and things like that. But we've got it kind of feeds off our music team sheet that we have been using for the last kind of couple of years. So yeah, I'll go through it. So I'm going to share my screen in a second, but hopefully you're okay. There is some more information coming soon-ish on our 3-year anniversary song. Information to come on that. For the moment, just wanted to get this information of this sheet, which is called the Collective Resource and Session Sheet, and it is a Google Sheet. Okay, don't worry about that. It's just going to be a link, and we'll go from there. Okay, so going to share my screen. So just bear with me 2 seconds. Share my sound, but I don't think I need to. Okay, now I've zoomed in to kind of the full level I can. If it's a little bit little, don't worry, I'll kind of chat through what you're looking at. Now, when you click on the link, you will see that at the moment, we have this sheet. Now, this at the bottom here, in the tabs, says session times. And you will think, but there's nothing on it, Simon. Ooh, well, if you scroll down, just to let you know, the top few rows are locked. So as you scroll, you will be able to see that we have today, of all times, today at 9 o'clock UK time, 7:30 in the morning in ACDT, so that's Australia, 4 p.m. EST and 1 p.m. PST, we have a coffee and chat session. And you will see it says confirmed because it's confirmed to be happening. If it says pending, that means it's not confirmed because we basically are putting the music team, checking we've got enough music team in a session. So that's kind of how we're going to work. If it says confirmed, it's happening. If it says pending, it might happen, but make sure you wait until it says confirmed until you book it in your diary. If it says cancelled, then it means that something has happened and we can't run the session. Now, to let you know, this sheet reads automatically off of the music team planning sheet. Okay, so the team that the music team use to give their availability and that we use. So this is kind of the format with a few things kind of not included that you don't need to really see, which is other kind of like the detailed information of where music team are available and those kind of things. But you've got all the information you need here. And you'll see that that session this evening at 9 o'clock is being hosted by me in room 0258, so that's collective room 1, and it's our usual password of be kind, capital B, capital K. And if we scroll down, we will see that there's another session there, and we've got another session there, and we have sessions in. Now, this will read off the entire sheet. What we will do is every few days, okay, or even every day, but might be every few days, we will just go through and we will we'll take off days that have already passed, so you don't have to scroll too much. Okay, that's what we do in the music team sheet. So every once in a while, we'll just hide the last couple of days that are no longer valid, and then you don't have as far to scroll. All you literally need to do is scroll, or you just click on the down arrow here, like so. Okay, and you'll see that there's a rep session, but we'll go into that in a moment. Okay, so that's the first thing. All the session times will be on there. It auto updates from the sheet, and it never will take more than 30 minutes. So you'll always be within 30 minutes of live. Okay, so if we put it in the music team sheet, it'll be never within 30 minutes. Actually, when I've been testing it, it normally seems to update itself every 5 minutes. If ever, as it says at the top here, if it's blank or it looks odd, we might be editing and updating. If you come back in 10, 15 minutes, it should all be back to normal, etc., etc. And you should be absolutely fine to access the information you need. All the stuff will be there. Every session will be there. And as you notice, you can scroll through, you can see every session which is planned, and we've planned up to Sunday. Sunday is what we've planned up to, and we'll generally try and put in at least maybe a week's worth of sessions, and we'll try and stay about a week ahead. But again, sometimes we might only be a few days ahead. That's just with confirming music team availability and getting sessions planned in, etc. So when we have our next song, so I'm just clicking here on the current song resources tab, we'll see there's a spring 2023 song. The audio submission deadline's the 2nd of April, video submission deadline 2nd of April. Once learning resources are there, you'll get a link in that box that you just click on, and it'll take you straight to your resources. And there'll also be a YouTube playlist link, and you'll be able to click on there. Obviously, we've not announced what the song is yet, so that will go there once we have announced, and it will go in there. Okay, so that is the place you go for your song resources. If we go into song submissions, this doesn't have anything in it yet, but this is the thing. I quite like this. This is a nice little addition. When you submit your audio tracks or video tracks, for future songs, they will show up here. Not the files themselves, but your name, the voice part you uploaded, and the time that you uploaded. And that will be, again, that will auto update from a different sheet within 30 minutes. Probably actually within a couple of minutes, but definitely within 30 minutes. So that means that you can see, so if you upload it and you're like, I didn't quite get my notification email, or I'm not quite sure if all the parts went through properly, and you kind of worry and you think, oh, do I need to send it again, or don't need to? You'll be able to go on that link on the song submissions, and it will have name, voice part, and the time that you submitted, and it will auto update. So as soon as you've updated, a few minutes later, there will be your name and the voice part. So you know we've got your recordings, you know we've got your information, and you know that no one's been left behind and there's been no technical glitches. So even if you can't find your email notification, or it's gone into spam or junk or anything like that, you'll know, because if your name is not on that list within half an hour, then you want to contact us using the Singer Support tab, and I'll show you that in a second. Then you can contact us and ask us. We'll double check, but generally it might be there has been a technical issue, and then you can resubmit before the deadline passes. You can be aware there's a technical issue, etc. So it'll be auto updated, and you'll know if you have done that. Now, repertoire list. We are going to be running some rep sessions before we start our next project. And what I've done is I've added in the learning resources for every song we've done, including Christmas. Okay, so there's every song with the OneDrive link to get your resources, and our final YouTube video link, and our premiere date. So I'm just going to go through and show you something here, just to know, so you know how to click on the links. Because it's not difficult, but I'll show you. Say we want to go into every little thing she does is magic. If you hover over that, it shows the link. And then what you need to do is, once you've hovered, you then click it. And you'll see that when you go, can you see that it goes from an arrow to like a finger? So when you hover over it correctly, it's like a finger. When you click on that finger, it opens up every little thing she does is magic. That's it. And we've always used OneDrive links with the collective. So you have to hover and click. Okay. If you try to, don't double click, because if you double click, then it won't do anything on that link. You hover and then you go through and click that link there. Okay. It loads up. If I go to YouTube videos, if I go to the original White Cliffs of Dover, here you can see that it shows you even what it looks like. Okay. So I can go through, click on that link, and it gives us our original White Cliffs of Dover video. So if you've not ever seen any of these, if you're new to the collective and you haven't watched all of the videos, then you can do that. So that goes there. Now, I could do things like it says you replace URL with its title. Yes, I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'm going to keep it as just simple links. I also did, just for interest, so you know when each video was premiered. Okay, so as we say there, 19th of April is the first song that we did. And yeah, 19th of April. So we can look and think, oh, I wonder what song we were learning this time a year ago, this time 2 years ago, this time 3 years ago, and we can go from there. So this time, let's have a look. So January, by this point last year, we hadn't started Don't Stop Believing yet, I don't think. However, the year before, the Rose, we had started the Rose. It wasn't released until April, but we'd kind of started the Rose. But you can see all our songs there, the dates of premiere, the links, the OneDrive resources, and every song we do, once we've done the song and it becomes repertoire, it will go in there. So things for like Collective Live and things like that coming up in the future, and rep sessions, you'll always have one place to go to find all the various songs, to find all the various resources. One thing, I'm going to pop it up here. As it says here, I'm going to read you this little bit of information in case you can't read it yourselves. It says, these resources are for use only with the collective. If you'd like to perform any of these songs with your groups, quartets, choruses, or have the resources for your own personal use, then please contact me. It gives you my email address, and you can purchase arrangements for use outside collective-based projects. So although all the collective songs are done, arranged and used, and all the resourcing's done without any charge and free of charge, unfortunately, that doesn't mean that they are free to use with your groups and quartets and choruses and things. The arranging side of things and that part is part of my job. So arranging and doing guide tracks is my job. So obviously, it would be lovely if some of you wanted to sing these songs. It would be lovely if some of you wanted to kind of support my kind of arranging work. There's never any charge for doing collective songs, but if you did want to use those songs, if you did want copies of those songs for your own personal use, then please do get in contact with me. I've not been great over the past year or so in kind of responding to some of those, but the big site at outlook.com email is my most used email, and I will moving forwards really make sure that I reply to those, any requests, and go through. And again, pricing systems and stuff will be kind of, again, I'm not trying to make a killing, but again, it is my job and we all have bills to pay. So just remember that if you want to sing it with your quartet or chorus, get in touch. And again, there is a couple of songs. Silent Night obviously is arranged by Stuart Sides. If you could contact me, I can then find out if you wanted to use his arrangement of Silent Night, then I could obviously put you in touch with him and find out how much the rights to do that song might be. And again, if you want to use my guide tracks, again, that will be the same thing. Because again, arrangement and guide tracks is usually a different thing. Okay, so again, any questions, chuck us an email. We can go from there. Next one. Dates and events, and you'll like this, and this will be updated. This is what we've got at the moment. You'll notice here we have our 3-year anniversary, which will be starting on the 3rd of March. There'll be rep sessions and stuff in between, but 3rd of March. Very excitingly, that will be premiered on the 22nd of April. That's our plan for our date, which is almost exactly 3 years. It's just over 3 years since the White Cliffs of Dover, and we'll have our 3-year song premiere. Gives me 19 days to get everything edited. That'll be enough. We are looking, and again, we're looking at doing a collective college. So we are looking at doing an online collective college on the 8th and 9th of July is our working date. Obviously, we are in preparations to start looking at planning this, but we really want to get back to doing some education. We really want to get back to doing something like collective college. And that time seemed a really good time to focus on just before kind of summer. And we can really get have some great education sessions. We have an amazing music team full of all sorts of talented music team who have all sorts of experiences and expertise. It would also be lovely to get some external speakers in. And again, we cannot wait to get going on doing some education for you all. So again, one of those things that is really, really positive. We're really looking forward to doing. So more information on that soon. There's a potential, it's non-collective based initially, but there's a potential in-person coaching weekend in Leicester, but we're looking at maybe trying to make sure we stream some of that for collective members, and that's that'll be the 8th and 9th, I think, of or the 9th and 10th. I'll check on the date on that, but it is that weekend, the Saturday and Sunday. And again, hopefully collective members, you'll be able to do some live streaming if you can't make it in person. And yeah, so more information on that. It's not directly a collective project, but again, it's going to be opened up to you if you fancy joining in. Christmas project in 2023, looking again between November and December with our premiere on the 23rd of December. We'll do a 4-year project. And then Collective Live. Our working date for Collective Live is the 2nd of August to the 4th of August, somewhere in Leicester, maybe just outside of Leicester, maybe in Leicester, maybe in the Little Theatre, maybe somewhere else. Haven't got a venue booked, but we are looking again at that at the moment. And we're going to confirm the dates on that and the venue on that as soon as we possibly can. So you can all start getting planned, get it in your diaries, get it booked. We will be doing our absolute best to get a live streaming setup like we did last time. The leave no one behind mantra is really, really important to us. So we are going to try and make sure that we get all the information to you and make sure that all of you can take part. You'll notice in this form, there's a sign-up form or a main link. And as you need links, we will put them in there. And if there's an audio or video upload form for this project, the audio and video upload form will be linked in this sheet. Okay. So again, trying to have one place to get all your information. Our final little tab here in our sheet is singer support. Now, if you have need any support, if you have any questions, if there's any kind of technical issues, if there's any kind of things you're not quite sure about, if something's not working, if you have any kind of issues or questions or queries, or even have a question for a member of the music team about something or myself, then you've got a couple of options. The best option is by hovering and clicking on that link. Okay, so it says here, hover your mouse here and click the link to fill in a support form. You can see here is our little link. If we click on this link, it loads up our support form, and you can go in, say what you need help with, submit it, and we then will be able to get back to you as soon as we can. If for whatever reason the form doesn't work, okay, please use the form if you can. We've got a team of people who look at the support form information. But if it does not work, if you click on it and it just doesn't work or there's an error, then there is our general email, collectivevirtualchoir@gmail.com. You can send something to that email address if the form doesn't work. There's not as many people who access our email address that can access the support form, and the support form properly logs all the information, so it's easier for us to answer your query. So please, if you can, use the form, hover over, click on it, and you're absolutely fine to do that. Again, with the email, if you hover and just do send to the Collective Virtual Choir, it will even set up, I don't know if my computer is done in this way, but it will therefore, actually it has, therefore will even set up an email for you, and then you can type in your query in your email client. So there will also be a frequently asked questions. So if there are questions, as it says here, coming soon, what we'll do is if there's common questions that we get asked, we'll put the question and the answer. And if there's a link, then we'll put a link in it as well. And as we answer these things, the music team, all the music team will have edit access to this form if they want it, or if they need it, or if they're in one of those sub teams that helps out with the data side of things. But they will be able to put in those questions and answers. So you can therefore go through and go, okay, has my question already been answered? If it hasn't, then fill in a support form and that will be fine. So if we go back to our first sheet, so session times, okay, we have some coffee and chats. So today at 9 o'clock, which by my reckoning here is in 5 hours time from when I did this, but probably by the time it gets uploaded, 4 hours time for you all. We've got quite a few music team popping into that session, which is fab. Then on Friday, very early morning, so really it's midnight, but really for you in America, it will be Thursday, Thursday afternoon or early evening, or it's for even in Australia, it'll be later on in the morning on the Friday. But you can see there, Susan will be doing a coffee and chat session there. There's another later coffee and chat session with John Wanless at 9 o'clock UK time. Again, you've got your times for Pacific Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time. And here comes rep session. We've got a rep session. We are now, rep sessions will be slightly changing. we've got a rep session here at 8 o'clock on Saturday UK time, so that's midday or 3 p.m. depending whether you're Pacific or Eastern. It is 6:30 in the morning in Australia, so it's a little bit early, but we've tried to do our best to find a time that maybe hits the daytime for as many places as we can. But we're going to have a look at White Cliffs of Dover and You've Got a Friend in Me. We'll probably do a little bit of work on phrasing and musicality. We'll possibly pop into breakout rooms and have a little quick once over of the parts. So really, it'll be like a refresher. It won't just be singing through the song. It will be kind of going through the parts, kind of slightly having a look at them, reminding ourselves, and kind of getting back used to singing them. We know we've got another collective live coming up, but we may well even, again, this is not saying it will happen, but you never know. We might, between projects, say, oh, should we do like a mini project and do a re-record of one of our previous songs or something like that? Everything is possible, okay? Everything is possible. And it's just fun to go through some of our songs because we've got a great back catalogue of great songs. So you'll see that I'm hosting that session. Lots of music team in that session, though. There's another coffee and chat on the Sunday with Melanie and other music team members. We've got another rep session on Sunday evening at 9 o'clock, which is Waiting. And Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, 2 very different songs. And you'll see here that gives you a little bit of session information to let you know what the session is about. But again, a little bit of go through a song, a little bit of phrasing, bit of breakout room work. I imagine that rep songs might be 90 minutes long. They might be a little bit over an hour, because if we're going to use breakout rooms, we're going to do 2 songs. It might be maybe up to 90 minutes. But again, you never have to stay for an entire session. But again, hopefully some of you can join us. Even if you've not sung those songs originally, you might want to start looking at them, especially if you're thinking you're going to come along to Collective Live, August 2nd till August 4th, 2024, we're aiming for. So that is our sheet. So hopefully that makes sense. We're trying to make sure everything's as simple as possible. We're trying to make sure, again, if you're new to the collective, obviously our mantras have been a massive part of everything we've done over the past 3 years. And those mantras are things like be kind and leave no one behind. No such thing as a silly question. Your best is always good enough. Do what you can when you can. And really everything we've done in the collective over the past 3 years, always with music team as well, has always been about those mantras. But again, the reason music team do all this is for you as singers. So for you as singers, to make sure that as many of you can take part and that we put enough sessions on so that those of you who want to do quite a few sessions can do those. We don't put too many sessions on. We don't, because those of you who don't have as much time now that kind of life is back to being busy and chaotic in some cases. And again, just that, yeah, but we want everybody to be involved. We want everybody to be able to access all the information. We want everyone to be able to kind of get in contact with us, ask for support. And really, we are not wanting to leave anyone behind. We're really wanting everybody to kind of be able to take part in as large or as small a way in the collective as we can. And again, yeah, the music team are really, really looking forward to getting back into sessions with you. We're already kind of looking to plan. The music team, by the way, don't know what our new song is. It's only just been agreed. Well, I was waiting on some information, but now it has been agreed. We'll be getting that information out to the music team, and then we'll be getting that information out to you as well. So lots of exciting things to come, folks. Lots of exciting things to come. Hopefully, we'll see some of you in the coffee and chat session tonight or tomorrow or the day after. We've obviously got our rep sessions on Saturday and Sunday. And then, yeah, we're going to keep on putting some sessions on and seeing each other in a Zoom room and start 2023 in the right way and look forward to all the fun things we've got planned and go from there. So hope to see you in a coffee and chat. The link for this resource sheet will be shared probably about the same time as this message, this video, and please use the singer support if there's any questions. Everything should be there for you, and we will update that form at that sheet, and if there's new things that need to go in it, but we're going to try and keep those tabs to as few tabs as is useful, and we can go from there. So we're hopeful that it will. Again, we might need to modify, we might need to do a little bit of editing and refining. As I said, It's 5 days old, and I've spent a bit of time looking at Google Sheets and trying to work out how Google Sheets can do even more than I knew it could ever possibly do. And we will do our best to make sure we are getting you the information you need, getting you the links that you need, and we really hope to see you in a session soon. So yes, that's it from me for the moment. Doot-de-doot. Hope to see you in a coffee and chat or a rep session over the next few days. Take care of yourselves. Thank you very much. And yes, we shall see you soon. Mwah. See you later. Got to stop me recording now. See you later.